Hey, what's going on, everyone? It's Kyle Henderson of BamaInsider.com. Thank you for watching. Please take a moment to hit the thumbs up button. We appreciate you guys being here. Today's video, I'm talking about money, the amount of money that Alabama players' contracts are worth from the 2020 NFL Draft, starting with Tua Tagovailoa and working our way down to Anthony Jennings down at number 87. So let's start out with Tua Tagovailoa, who was taken number 5 by the Miami Dolphins. Now, leading up to the draft, there was so much smoke. Our team is going to pass on Tua. Could he even go past 5-6 if the Chargers don't take him? All that was just smoke. That's all it was, right? Yes, I know teams have the right to be reserved considering his health. I mean, let's face it. He dealt with some horrible injuries in college. But let me ask you this. Was there ever a time that you questioned Tua's accuracy to his receivers? Was there ever a time that Tua didn't distribute the football like one of the top quarterbacks in all of college football? I'm going to save you some time. The answer is no. Every single time Tua Tagovailoa was healthy and he was ready to go, he threw the football better than anybody else that I've ever seen, period. I mean, the young man has a unique ability to spin the football with incredible velocity. And his ability to hit wide receivers down 25 yards down the field, it's ridiculous. I've never seen anything like it before. So the Dolphins clearly saw that. The Dolphins clearly wanted him on their squad. Yes, Cincinnati took Joe Burrow before Tua Tagovailoa, and it's going to be between Tua and Joe Burrow to prove who is the better quarterback and let them settle that on Sundays. But I think overall, Tua Tagovailoa getting his contract, $30 million, $19.5 million signing bonus, it equates to a $7.5 million per season contract. Tua Tagovailoa is getting paid, and rightfully so. The young man has a gift for distributing the football, and I cannot wait to see what he does on Sundays. Now, will it be this coming season? Probably not. But in time, we're going to see Tua Tagovailoa do what he was born to do, and that is be a quarterback in the NFL. All right, number 10 overall, we're talking about Jedrick Wills going to the Cleveland Browns. A lot of people talked about Jedrick Wills in a variety of ways. I mean, some people didn't like the fact that he had several false starts on Saturdays when you'd watch him on, big time games. But I think overall what Jedrick Wills did was he really proved his stock, especially in the NFL Combine, showing that he has a lot of agility. He's one of these tackles that can really provide protection on the outside. And I think, the 4 tackles taken in that first round, I think, he's probably one of the top 2. I thought Jedrick Wills was a fantastic player, and earning $19.5 million, that's an amazing contract for him. Number 12 overall, Henry Ruggs going to the Las Vegas Raiders. His contract is $16.6 million. And I felt that leading up to the draft, Henry Ruggs would be taken before Jerry Jeudy. I think that I'd said that before, and that's not a knock on Jerry Jeudy. I think they're both incredible wide receivers, and I think they're both going to have very successful careers in the NFL. But I think it came down to this. Henry Ruggs is a tremendous athlete. Now, of course, Jerry Jeudy is too. But think about this. The combine measurables will separate the two. Henry Ruggs, 4.2, 42-inch vertical, 11-foot broad. Now, if you played football before, have you ever played against someone that has a 42-inch vertical? No. I mean, it's ridiculous. Who's ran a 4.2? And who has a 11-foot broad? If you've ever competed in any sort of combine, those are freakish numbers. And Nick Saban even said one time that Henry Ruggs is freakishly strong. I mean, that's Olympic type speed. And the Raiders, of course, are obsessed with speed. They've always been. So it's no surprise that they took Henry Ruggs, and I think he's going to do a fantastic job representing Montgomery, Alabama. I think he's going to do fantastic. Number 15, Jerry Jeudy going to Denver. $15.1 million is the amount his contract is worth. Jerry Jeudy, one of the most polished wide receivers that I've ever seen in college football, and one of the hardest workers. I mean, this guy's always in the sand in the summertime. I've said it before. Go online and look up Jerry Jeudy, his offseason workout. I mean, the kid is always grinding. Even before the draft, he got a workout in, looked polished, runs clean routes. I think overall this guy is going to be someone, if they can get him the football enough, he can come in and catch 60, 70 balls. The one thing I am curious about when I look at Jerry Jeudy is the fact that he's from South Florida and he's going to Denver. Now, there's been times where Jerry Jeudy has said, it's cold in Tuscaloosa. I'm from the West. He's about to experience a different type of cold in Denver. I mean, that's a whole nother level. So if he can get past that, I think he'll be just fine. But Jerry Jeudy getting certainly some big money, and that concludes the first round. Moving into round 2, you had Xavier McKinney. He was the first defensive player taken from Alabama. His contract is worth $8.3 million. Now remember, Xavier McKinney had the option to return back to Alabama for his senior season. Xavier McKinney obviously was a junior. I think he's not as dynamic as a Minkah Fitzpatrick, but I think he's a guy that will certainly emerge into a quality NFL player. I mean, look at it. He led Alabama in tackles, very well-spoken, high IQ. I think he can play several different positions in the NFL, and, $8.3 million. Number 51 overall is Trayvon Diggs. He's going to the Dallas Cowboys, and his contract is worth $6.3 million. I'm kind of curious. When I look at this overall, there's 2 players that didn't participate in the Citrus Bowl against Michigan. One was Trayvon Diggs. The other was Terrell Lewis, who was taken number 84. I'm kind of curious if that hurt their NFL draft stock, right? I don't know. I'm just throwing it out there. I mean, those are the 2 guys that were taken later. I mean, especially Terrell Lewis. Like, we'll talk about him in just a minute. But when we talk about Trayvon Diggs, his contract is worth 6.3. He has a lot to prove. I think a lot of people want to see, if he will be productive in the NFL at the corner position, one of the toughest, if not the toughest position to play in all of football. And we'll see what he can do with the Dallas Cowboys. Number 53 overall was Jalen Hurts. Now, I throw Jalen Hurts into this because he's a part of Alabama, right? He was at Alabama for a significant time, graduated from Alabama. His contract is worth $6 million from the Philadelphia Eagles. What do you think about Jalen Hurts? Besides, him being such a great person off the field, do you think he's going to be successful on Sundays? I mean, a lot of people want to talk that he can't compete as a quarterback on Sundays, but he's going to have an opportunity to prove that. I think everywhere he's went, Jalen Hurts has won football games. He's going to be a great addition to any NFL locker room, and he's going to be someone that the fans can really relate to. He does a lot of stuff, a lot of positives in the community, and he's a tremendous athlete. He's really worked on his craft, and he's proven that he can win games at the quarterback position. So we'll see what Jalen Hurts can do in the NFL. I'd like to get your comments in the comment box on Jalen Hurts. Do you think he's going to be successful on Sundays in the NFL? Number 56 overall, Raekwon Davis going to the Miami Dolphins. His contract is worth $5.6 million. I think it's pretty cool. I mean, Raekwon Davis now going to South Beach to play with Tua Tagovailoa. That's pretty awesome. I'm surprised that Raekwon Davis didn't do more at Alabama. I want to see if he can do more in the NFL. I mean, so much size, so much talent, a lot of athleticism, 6'7", 315 pounds. Can he get after the quarterback? I think there was times he was up and down at Alabama. I never saw him really take over a game like a lot of us expected him. But maybe the best is yet to come from Mike Jennings going to the New England Patriots. His contract is worth $4.3 million. When I look at a player like Anthony Jennings, this was a guy who was very solid for Alabama. He was a big part of their defense, but I felt at times he was a vulnerability just because he lacked speed. I mean, he's a big cat, 265 pounds, trying to chase down, running backs and tight ends across the middle or on the outside trying to get to the quarterback. He just doesn't have the speed that I would like an outside linebacker to have. But he's going to the New England Patriots. Let's see what he can do. And this is the most mind-blowing statistic. I've talked about all the contracts, what they're valued at. The grand total, $117 million. Think about that for a second. You go to Alabama, in my opinion, if you're a recruit, for two reasons. One, to compete at the highest level, the SEC, to play for a national championship, right? That's like one category. But you also go to Alabama because Nick Saban has a proven track record to get you to the NFL. There's enough eyes on Alabama every single Saturday. There's enough NFL scouts at Alabama every single weekend. I see them. We go to the practices every single day. There's enough NFL scouts to where if you can really hone in on your craft and you can really be the best that you can be, you're going to get a shot to play on Sundays. So if you're a high school recruit, and I know there's a lot of guys, a lot of head coaches out there that are doing a great job recruiting wise, but none of them can tell you what Nick Saban can tell you. I mean, this isn't fancy. This is fact. Nick Saban has a proven track record to win national championships and to also send players to the NFL. 38 players that Nick Saban has sent in the first round overall during his coaching tenure at the college level to the NFL draft in the first round. Those are unbelievable numbers. And I'm just really blown away by the fact every single year, the amount of revenue that all these contracts are worth. This year's grand total, $117 million. It's big money from Alabama players that they're earning now signing with their NFL teams. Hey, thanks for watching. Thanks for liking. Thanks for subscribing. We appreciate you guys supporting Andrew Bone right here on our YouTube channel, along with Tony Sukalis and Tyler Waldrop. My name's Kyle Henderson. Together we make up BamaInsider.com. Throw us a like. We appreciate you guys subscribing. We'll catch you next time right here on BamaInsider.com. And as I always say, think about becoming a loyalty club member. You get special perks for being a member on BamaInsider.com. I'll catch you guys soon. Be safe. Have a good weekend. Kyle Henderson of BamaInsider.com. I'm out.